I live in a big, on a big property, and we don't live near a whole lot of other houses, so it's very dark. And I'd say about 8 out of the 10 times, or no, 2 out of 10 times, 80%. Anyway, my brain remembers that it was once afraid of the dark. And we have a dumpster on our property, and sometimes I make the mistake of not taking the trash down to it until after the sun goes down. And my brain, I'll be walking in the dark, and my brain just like, hey, you don't know that monsters don't exist. I've got lots of things to be afraid of. We live big property adjacent to woods. There are deer kill people, there are bear, there are rabid little things. I have lots of real things to be afraid of in the dark outside my house. No, it's always Wolfman. Like, I don't have like a fear of Wolfman in the day. It's just when I'm outside in the dark, sometimes my brain is like, hey, you might be afraid of Wolfman. And I love how every single person's touchstone to monster trucks is Gravedigger. Like, I know that there were more than one monster truck, but it's always Gravedigger! And I just thought I needed to call that out, because that is also the only monster truck name I know. I wrote something down literally like 30 seconds ago, and I don't remember what it was. My phone autocorrects clusterfuck to clusterfuckery. Just thought I'd share that all with you. I also have a child, not 2. And she's funnier than me already. She's got one joke though, and that is the word butt. She isn't quite, she laughs at her own joke, though, you know, she isn't quite seasoned yet, but I will get home from a long day at work and I know that I will be greeted by a 4-year-old running up to me and going, "Butt!" And she's not wrong, it's hilarious. She's not wrong. The company I work for is sending me on a conference to Chicago. That's not the joke. My flight out is scheduled for 5 p.m. September 11th.
Yeah! Yes!
That was my reaction when my supervisor told me that. I was like, yes, that's funny! Fuck yeah. I'm just gonna make sure not to forget. If, for some unfortunate reason, my lovely partner were to die first, I'm going to be one of those guys. Except for the fact that, like, I'm not going to have a new theory on quantum physics or a new political party. People are going to be digging through my paperwork and they're going to be like, there is an entire poem dedicated to why Claus and pickles are better than religion. And this guy had a 180-page document on Adventure Time theory. And I'd be like, what? I think he was DMing Dungeons and Dragons for himself. No secrets of the universe will be unlocked by going through my old stuff. I've been working on a joke lately.
Woo! Yes! Ow! Tell it.
Some people, they might ask you, have you ever masturbated at work? I mean, the answer is yes, obviously. A slightly harder question, that pun wasn't intended, is have you ever masturbated in church? Woo! No. As someone who came up very religious, also not a pun, fuck. The better question for me is how many churches have you masturbated in?
Oh my God.
It's 2. One was, you know, home team advantage. What? You're in that one a lot. Eventually, it's gonna happen. The other one, I was helping at a soup kitchen. In the bathroom, I went to the bathroom. Jesus.
Jeff, can you stir this pot?
Turns out a lot of downtime at a soup kitchen in this area. Oddly enough. So that is a joke I've been working on? I was picked on a lot in high school. We've established that for regulars here. I had a rather interesting, it would confuse me so much because either, people had one thing they could go to me for, and that was my weight. But I grew up in America, so often people fatter than me were calling me fat. It still hurts, don't you know? I like that apparently the two people hiding in the cave in Iraq were from Canada. That just tickled me. And I like that bombing Iraq has become like a fad. Like if you're in Target and you see denim jackets and bib overalls, we're probably bombing Iraq again. It comes around every few years. As someone who is enrolled in college 3 times and has 2 bachelor's degrees, I've had my fair share of orientations. And I found one thing fairly common, and that is orientation isn't there to educate you, it's there to terrify you into, it's like college has a scared straight program. It is. I know you guys are all going to go out there and drink. Every single one of you is going to die in a drunk driving accident. Ladies, look around you. Every single man will rape you. And it's because you didn't look at your drink carefully enough. That's a boiling down, not exact. I might be paraphrasing. And the older you get, the more ridiculous it is. And that's not a joke, I'm just sad. That is, they're saving people by trying to make them afraid rather than educating them. A lot of these things aren't thought out for very long.
We love you, Jack.
Dirty cars. You always see that car that have 1 million Beanie Babies in it. And I have to wonder, is it the same as when the trash can in my office gets way high? Or I like to think that the person, because I'm not going to necessarily assume the sex of this person, maybe a dude really likes puppy dog Beanie Babies, I don't know. I love to think that he comes into his car, he's like, hey guys, hey. I know some of you are a little sun bleached, but you make my day better, butter. Oh, the reason no one laughed during the ramen sandwich because everyone was amazed and was planning on how soon it would take them to do that at home, by the way.
Yeah. You can use any meat. Turkey's fine too.
Yeah.
Ham.
Peanut butter. Don't knock until you try it. I'll let you know. When I was in high school, there was a maybe month period where the biggest news on the planet was if you went to the computer lab in the library and went to altavista.com, they hadn't blocked porn search on it. And to my knowledge, everyone in my high school searched for porn on Alta Vista. But it was just for you'd sit in the computer lab and you'd just get vaginas on the screen and you'd just be like, I did it! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I don't know what the goal was, like... And later, much later in my life, in my first year of my second time I enrolled in college, someone accidentally lit the library on fire. This is related. Because they printed out porn in the library computer lab, took it to the bathroom, used it, threw it in the trash can, and then lit it on fire to get rid of the evidence. This guy lived on campus.
Wow.
Why didn't he light his dorm room on fire? I don't... Something about school libraries and porn, I guess. That is a thread in my life. Not joke. I'm spitting truth up here. Don't worry, I hate myself also. And black toe is a real thing. I've got one started.
Boo. Boo.
I got one too.
You guys don't need to put it in your mouth.
What are you an animal? We're a song.
We're all animals. Man.